Welcome guys. Today's video is going to be on the Mercedes 2017 AMG GLC 43 4-wheel drive SUV. As you can see, it's a white color. So it's a 2017 version. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to talk about the features and everything of the car, and then we'll take it for a ride and see how it is. So looking at the exterior of the truck, you can see that it's a very unique shaped vehicle. As you can see, it has a nice grille. It's a blacked out grille. It's the AMG grille, and it's got the headlights. It's got the black at the bottom. It's got the nicer rims, the bigger. It's got, as you can see, it also has the AMG brake calipers. Now they aren't colored or anything, but they are very good in brake distance and stopping. Another great feature that I really like about the exterior is all the black on this vehicle right here. Like as you can see, the mirror caps are all black, the door trim over here is black, the roof is rails black. The only part is though, if all of this is done black, why did Mercedes choose to do the door handles in chrome? This door handle as well. And also, why did they choose to do the badging in chrome? If they were sticking to the black details, why did they do it all in chrome over here? Moving on to this side, it's the same over here. As you can see, it's chrome over here, but it's up over here, it's all blacked out. And the mirror caps are also blacked out. So this car actually has a 3-liter V6 engine, twin turbo, which produces 362 horsepower, and it peaks out at 384 pound-feet of torque, which is really decent for an SUV of this size and this roomy in the back. So meaning with that means that it does 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.8 seconds, which is just 0.1 seconds slower than the C43 AMG. And the fuel rating is also very decent. It does on average an 11.7 liters per 100 kilometers. Now let's take a look at the twin turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine of this SUV. Now to open up the hood, there's a little red latch at the bottom of the console. Let's take a look at it right now. Right over here, you see this red latch right over here? You pull it and the hood opens. Now let's go take a look at the hood. Let's pop the hood open. There we go. Now, this is the 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine that powers this beast. As you can see, it has a signature AMG logo right there, and it's got the red, which gives it a nice look actually. And overall, it's a powerful engine. It produces just the right amount of power that you would expect from a car of this size and of this price, I guess. Now, we'll move on into the car. Now, it is a push-button start car, so there's a push button right there. But let's just talk about the stuff inside the car first. So as you can see, it has a big screen over here. I'll just turn the car on. As you can see, the AMG pops up. You've got the 2 dials over here. Now, realizing that they aren't digital dials. Now, my feeling about digital dials is all cars from now on, I think, should have digital dials because it's the more of the future now. And nobody really, I mean, unless you're a hardcore fan of older sports cars, nobody really looks at the classic dials anymore. But moving on from the dials and the gauge cluster, let's move on to the sound system. It's the Burmeister sound system, and it's very good. And the trim is also beautiful on this car right here. As you can see, it's all around over here too, on the other side. Up over here we have is a nice sunroof, and a dual pane sunroof is what they call it, I think. And the seats are also very nice actually. So when you sit in the seats, you feel like you're being hugged by the seats, and that's mainly because it is also an AMG car, so you do get the feeling that you're in a sports car, somewhat of a sports car, and the seats just hugs around you, around your stomach area, down over here on your lower abdomen area, and even on the top you got a nice seating position. Visibility is nice too. The only thing about the visibility is I feel like this roof comes down a little bit more than it should be coming down. I feel like if the roof was just extended a little bit on top, it would be great. And also, I think these are a little bit too thick, As like if you're sitting over here, you're driving, you can look to the left, you can see a big part of it like being blocked off by this big black like speaker airbag grill. Speaker grills over here. But other than that, it's nice visibility. It's nice. And also the good thing about Mercedes is they have a lot of seat options. You can lower and up your headrest. This is the main body, back, forward. This thing, the bottom, up front. This is also that thing, this thing right here underneath of you. Now, moving on into the rear of the seats, I'll show you how it is and how a person like me who's 5'10" fits in the back. So, with my driver settings up front, as you can see, I'm sitting in the back and I have plenty of leg room right here. I would say I have about an inch of leg room at least. Now, moving on, the view from back here is nice too. You got the single roof up here, which doesn't open, but you got this one, which does open actually. And overall, it's a nice seats, and they're comfy. Yeah, I'd say they're comfy. Again, you've got the Burmeister sound system in the back here. You got heated seats in the back here too. Now, moving to the back of the SUV, we can see that this is actually a power lifted tailgate, and in which if you kick the bottom of the thing a little bit, you tap it, it'll open up like that. Now there's plenty of room back here for all your storage needs. In the rear, if you see this right over here, you can lift this up, and it's not just one part of the thing that lifts up, it's the whole entire thing that lifts up. Looking under this, you got plenty of storage for your spare tires or whatever goes over here. And it closes nicely. It's got a nice chrome finish over here. This is also a chrome finish actually. It's just got the wrap on it from the factory that the owners decided not to take off because it does get scuffed and damaged a little bit. So which is also a neat thing that it comes with a wrap which can protect it. You can just keep it on all the time. Now to close it, you do have buttons right over here. You can close it from right over here, or you can even pull it down. However, since this is a 2017, it's also got power lift. It's also got kick ones. So if you kick it underneath of there, it'll come down by itself, just like that. Now let's move on to the cameras of the car that allow the car to get a 360 view of it all. Moving on to the back, we can see, well, we can't see yet because it's not in reverse, but there's a camera that pops out from right over here, and it pops underneath, and it's right over there. Now moving on to the sides of the car, there's a camera right underneath it there, which does the whole right side of the vehicle, or the passenger side as you would say. Moving on to the front, there's a camera right up over here in the front, which does the front view of the car to see if you're pulling up onto something, to see how far you are, and when you should stop. Moving on to this side again, as you can see, it's right over here doing the driver's side of the car. Now let's take a look at the computer or the main screen of the car. So as you can see, it's all controlled by this dial over here and these few set of buttons right over here. You have the back button and you have this button right here which picks a lot of options and stuff. Up, down, left, right, everything like that. So looking up over here, this is your standard map. Now, one thing I was surprised about the map is it's how basic yet how convenient it is. It tells you everything that you need to know. It tells you your little parks and stuff. It also gives you your gas stations and stuff like that, which you can also configure from your settings to see if you want them or if you don't want them. You can zoom out by a lot too. But let's move on. So radio is pretty basic. You can play your different radios, your AMs and your FMs. And the media is you can connect to your Bluetooth device and you can play your own Bluetooth media from there. The phone, same thing. Connect your phone to this connected device, and you can call people through hands-free. Now, my favorite topic from up here is the vehicle part. Now, when you click on it, you see that it gives you the chance. It gives you the option to change all your settings, your dynamic select. It allows you to look at the 360 camera. It shows you your fuel consumption. It also has your operator's menu built into this thing, which is really neat actually. And you can also change the time or pull up a clock or whatever you want to do. Let's look at the vehicle settings. Under the vehicle settings, you can see the acoustic lock feedback. So that means when you exit out of the car, do you want it to give you a sound or not? That's up to you. Most people prefer the sound because it allows them to know through sound that, okay, my car is locked. Belt adjustment. You can also adjust the belts, the seat belts, the placement of them. So these can go up or down through this as well. automatic mirror folding. So that would be these mirrors when you lock the car, do they fold? And when you come to the car, do they open up? You can also pick and turn that off. Your locator lighting, which is the lighting that happens underneath the side view mirror. So when you're exiting out of the car, you can see it there, so you don't step onto some ice and accidentally slip and fall. Automatic locking. So does a car lock when you walk away, or does it unlock when you walk up to it? So skipping these two options, these two are some options that you can do to your specific, like how long would you like the exterior light to stay on when you leave. This one is how long would you like the interior light to stay on when you leave. Moving on to ambient light color. So this car has ambient lighting all around it, underneath and everywhere. So let's take a look at that. It won't show that nice yet because we are in the sun. So we won't get a chance to look at it at night. But it has ambient lighting which can change different colors, and you can also change the brightness of it. So now easy entry and exit. What this is if you just get out of the car and you press a little button on the bottom of the door handle, it'll lock by itself. When you walk up, if you have the key in your pocket and you pull on the door handle, it'll open up. Let's go back to this now. Now let's go back to vehicle and let's take a look at the other ones. So we have dynamic select. What dynamic select is, it allows you to change the different modes of the vehicle. So you can have it in individual configuration. And in this, what happens is you can change all the different settings that you want of the car. So let's say you want the Sport Plus engine, you want the sound, you want the speed, but you want your suspension to ride nice and easy. And you also want the steering to be calm, you don't want it to be too fast. You can also change that. You can change whatever options you like on this car. Now under Eco Start Stop function, what happens is, so let's say you pull up to a red light and your foot is on the brake, the car will actually shut down by itself. Now it does that in order to save gas, and then when you start up again, when you let go of the brake pedal, it'll turn back on the engine, which is a really neat function in saving gas, and also it's just more eco-friendly. Now moving on, you can also see your vehicle data. So under vehicle data, let's turn the car on. So we turn the car on and it shows you how much you press the brake pedal, what's your turning of the tires. As you can see, I'm turning the steering wheel, and over there you can see the little numbers moving and the tires moving in the thing. Going back, we can take a look at your engine data. So in this over here, it shows you your horsepower in the middle dial, and it shows your pound-feet of torque on the outside. Then it shows the oil temperature, and it shows your engine temperature over here. If we go back, individual configuration again. So the different modes on this car, it has 5 different modes on this car: Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. Now my personal favorite is Individual because in this you can adjust what you want. So you want the engine to be on Sport Plus, but you don't want the steering to be on Sport. You can leave it on Comfort like that. Or you can change the suspension. You want the suspension on Sport but not like rough, but not too rough. You can leave it on Sport right there. Now I'm going to show you the sound of when the car turns on. Now realize that when the car turns on, it turns on generically in comfort mode. So what that means is it doesn't have the valves aren't open or anything. It just turns on like it would normally. So now that we finished the whole walkthrough of the car, now let's take it for a drive and see how it handles. As soon as you pull away, you can feel that this car is very jumpy. So you accelerate a little bit, you can feel it launch. Like that, right there. Handling is very smooth. So right now we are driving on the comfort mode. We will put it into the Sport Plus and we will see how that works out too. But just on the comfort mode, it's handling really nice. Acceleration is just when you need it. When you need it, you press on it, it's there. Braking distance is nice. stop nice and easy. Overall, the car is really good in driving from what I can tell so far. I haven't been in it for too long, so it is really good for that. Let's take a turn. Turns are good too. Again, in comfort mode it's more of a relax, so you gotta turn it a little bit more. It's not too strong like when you, it's not like a tiny little turn you turn a lot. It's just like it's relaxed. That's what I can say. Let's see how the steering is in sport mode. It's nice. It's a lot stiffer. You can tell that right away. It's a lot harder. It requires a little bit more energy to turn it, and that's basically about it. The steering. The suspension, you feel a lot more from the ground when it's on the Sport Plus steering than you would if it was on the normal one. Yes, overall it's really nice. Now let's take it on the highway and see how it handles on that. So the visibility is it's fairly decent in the car. It's not as bad as I thought initially that it would be when I sat in the car. I guess the only real visibility concern I would have would be the hood, and it would just be like you won't be able to see like up front. But I guess the car does end at the end of the roof, like you can see, okay, there's no more after this, so you can tell from there that it's that's approximately where you would stop. And also the camera, the 360 camera on this car, it really helps you in seeing where to stop and how much distance you have and stuff. So driving on the highway, it feels great. It's there's not a lot of cabin noise or anything. There's not a lot of tire noise, and I have it in comfort mode right now, so it handles the potholes really well, and it does all of that actually really well, decently well. So having it in comfort mode, it helps the suspension. It makes it more calm, and it's not as you don't feel everything that's on the ground. Like you don't feel like every single tiny little bump. It is very fast, I'll give you that. It pulls for sure, and that's mainly because it's a V6. It's got a twin turbo, and it's 3 liters, but that builds up with the sound and everything. Now, as you can see, that is very, very quick car. It just launches, and the sound and everything, it's all there. You don't feel like anything is missing actually. And that was actually without the shift paddle. Just left it to the computer to decide when to shift, which it did a really good job. And you do feel the shifts a little bit though in between, like when you accelerate. The shifts, they give you a little bit of a jerk. From what I've seen, it's not as smooth as I would expect it to be, but that too, I guess it is on Sport Plus mode, and that if it is on Comfort or an Eco mode, it is very smooth actually on those two. It's just the overall driving experience it's great. It sounds nice. It's loud, which you would expect from an AMG, but that's only when you put it into the Sport Plus mode. When it's in the normal mode, when it's in the Comfort or the Eco mode, it's actually really it's a nice sound. And it still has the power when you need it to, and it's a very relaxed ride overall. I just want to say thank you guys for watching my videos, and this is my second video of my channel, which is called Car Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and also share my page with fellow people, so we can gain some awareness. Thanks guys, see you later.